Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I am Kashina Bago. So happy, so delighted that you are here. So since our last video, my last video, or since we've made the public announcement that we're shifting, I've been getting some messages about homeschooling in specific, like the calling and the mandate from the Lord to homeschool my children. So in this video, I really want to talk a little bit about that process and how the Lord really had to break me down for me to walk in confidence in that new assignment. So a couple years ago, I would say 4 or so years ago, the Lord began to stir my heart that there would come a time where I would have to homeschool my daughter, because I was not married at the time, and I only had my daughter, right? And the Lord was telling me that, okay, a time is coming where he would want me to quit my job, quit everything really, and focus on homeschooling my daughter. At the time, he said, it was only her. There wasn't any more children. So when the Lord told me that, it really challenged my identity, right? It really wrestled with the woman that I thought I was, or the woman that I was trying to build. Because for me, what I thought it was, I was taking steps backward, right? I just did not see the value in doing that. I more so saw the value in going out, working, trying to climb the corporate ladder, trying to expand in business, trying to be that go-getter. And maybe because I wasn't married yet, but the vision was too, I couldn't understand it. There was nothing for me to connect it to. I wasn't raised in a home where the mothers were at home. So everything that the Lord was talking about at that time was new and foreign to me. So when I got married, however, and we made the transition to Georgia, I was struggling with a decision, like, is this now the time for my child to be homeschooled? And in my head, I'm like, I don't know if it's the time. So what I did was I enrolled her in a private school. So for the first year of us being here, she was in a private school, a private Christian school. Now, let me tell you something. One thing with the Lord is he will allow you to make decisions. Was that his perfect will? I don't know. For her to take that 1 year, I don't know. But that was my decision, right? And the teacher that she had was absolutely amazing. He was a man of faith. True man of faith. So it made that whole year a lot easy. But what the Lord did was to have things come up during the year in this private Christian school that would push me in alignment with his will. So even though this was a private Christian school and they're well funded and things were on the outside things look good, there were certain things that my daughter was coming home and she was saying to me that made me feel really uncomfortable. She was talking about how her friends were going in trances and playing with Ouija boards, right? And how they would summon spirits, and those things bothered me. Okay, those things really bothered me to the point where I had to report some of it to the administration, because I'm like, how are these children exposed to these type of things? Like, it was just mind-blowing to me, especially when you are thinking that being in a Christian school, there should be a higher level of standards. The things that my daughter was exposed to being in the Christian school, I'm telling you, she was not exposed to those things when she was in public school in New York. Mind you, we were not in the city, so that may have been the difference, but she was exposed to a lot of things, and it was scary. So at that point, because those series of events were happening, what the Lord allowed those things to happen, right? But it was really for me to see the importance of doing what he was asking me to do. Not only that, the Lord had made me some promises concerning my daughter, like some serious promises, and he later revealed that in order for those promises to come to pass, there is a part that I have to play concerning her. And that was to have her in the homeschool setting. So all my children will be homeschooled because that is just something that the Lord has set out for me and my family. That's just the plan and his heart and the purposes for us. It doesn't necessarily mean that if you're a woman of faith, you have to homeschool. No, there is a specific plan and purpose that God has for you and your family, and you have to make sure that you know what that is, again, for the Lord to do what he needs to do, or for him to cultivate your family in a specific way. The Lord knows my children, and he knows that for them to receive what they need to get, it has to be done in a homeschooling setting. But nevertheless, it wasn't something that I was jumping for joy to do initially. It wasn't something that I saw myself doing. But since the Lord transitioned us to Georgia, he whipped me in shape. Like we spoke about it on our ministry channel. Like the Lord broke me down. He broke down my identity. He broke down the woman that I was trying to build for over 35 years. He just broke down all of me. Everything that I was building, my identity, the things that I thought measured or equated to success, like he was just coming for all of it. And by the time he was done, the only thing that I saw was the blessing of my family. The blessing of my family. And that was when he was really pressing, like, Kashina, you're no longer that woman. I am calling you to be a different person in this season. I'm calling for a different version of you. And you don't know this version of yourself. This version of yourself you haven't met before. This person you don't know, but I know her. And she is this, and she is this, and she is this. So when the Lord began to reintroduce me to me, that was when I fully yielded and surrendered to his plans of moving and homeschooling. So that is what we do. And the funny thing about homeschooling is that my daughter, she has, it's only a month, we're only a month in, and I already see her dedication. I already see her focus. She is one of those, she's a natural scholar. Like she's just a natural learner. She is definitely someone who has to go through like traditional college, and she's just gifted in that way, gifted with academics and learning, and those things are, she's excited to learn. So I remember one morning when homeschool starts at 10 a.m. because we need time to unwind and get the day going. And at 10 o'clock, she came to me and she was like, Mom, like, we gotta get this show on the road. And the average child, they don't really, she was like, listen, it's 10 o'clock, like, let's go, it's time to learn. So she's that type of child. So I'm able to push her more. I'm able to edify her in the word of God. I'm able to do so much more. And the thing is, I enjoy doing it. I think that I have the grace to do it. It's exciting for me when I see her growth. I still lesson plan as if I was in the classroom. Like I'm coming with my lessons. I'm coming with structure because she needs that. But I definitely do see the fruit of it. So we're just so excited to be, functioning in this place, fully homeschooling the children, just because that was just the plans that God had for me. But all of that to say that you follow the blueprint that God has specifically for you, and it will look different for everyone. For some of you, I know he will lead to homeschool, while for others of you, he may have a different way, a different route, which will be the best for you and your children. Whatever that is, you stay anchored on faith and you just do what God is asking you to do. All right, so I really just wanted to share that quickly, only because we mentioned that we are launching our youth enrichment program, or online youth enrichment program, Beam of Hope, and our information session is happening this Thursday at 5 p.m. It's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Thursday, October 5th, right? So if you're in the homeschooling space, if you're considering to be in the homeschooling space, if you have children in public or private school, but you're looking for a kingdom-centered enrichment programs, then please join us. It's completely free, and it's really an information session on how we're going with this and how you can co-partner with us, or we can co-partner with you and your family. So more information about this will be in the description box or in the comment section of this video. See you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.